If you just said Dak quit.
And it's crazy because
Been there though.
it ain't even like funny though. Like my man quitting on these dudes.
James Jones, you do realize you're accusing the very same guy that tried to snap his ankle back in place after he snapped his damn foot in half on the football field. You do realize you're accusing that very same guy of quitting, right?
I've had a hamstring plenty of times, and I'm back the next week. I'm not Tyreek Hill. It don't take no 4 weeks for you to heal from no hamstring. You're not Lamar Jackson. You're not Jalen Hurts. You're not running. Where are you running to?
Man, what are we doing? Now we using dudes' injuries as topics of toxic-ass discussions? James Jones, every bit of goodwill that you've built up over the past year or two debating with logical football takes has been completely killed with this foolishness you just let run out of your mouth. You've clearly been sitting in meeting rooms with LaShawn McCoy way too often, smoking on whatever it is he's smoking on, because, bro, you got to be off the doty to say some foolish shit like this, bro. We're not about to even entertain this. James Jones is completely out of pocket, and any conversation, any debates, any discussions being had about the legitimacy of Dak Prescott's injury, I'm not even going to entertain it. You know why? Because no one ever questions the legitimacy of anyone else's injuries, bro. I haven't heard anybody ask questions about Justin Herbert's injuries. I haven't heard anybody ask questions about Joe Burrow's injuries. I haven't heard anybody ask questions about any of the other quarterbacks who get injured. No one's asking questions about whether or not they tried to get injured or they just quitting on their team. And if you're only having this take because he happened to get injured while the Cowboys are in the middle of a downslide, then that's even worse. What are we doing? So James Jones, as you're up there trying to defend the Hamburglar, because this is what that's about, bro. James Jones's old head coach that he won a Super Bowl with was Mike McCarthy. So more than likely, he's up here trying to defend the Hamburglar, trying to give reasons for why the Hamburglar looks so damn inept, why he looks like he's starving and need more burgers shoved down his throat. James Jones, did Nico Collins quit on his team when he pulled his hamstring in week 5 and still hasn't returned to play yet? Did Christian Watson quit on his team for the Green Bay Packers when he missed half of a football season last year because of a hamstring injury? And then he doesn't have to run around. I'm a receiver. I got the same injury. I'm a receiver. It didn't affect me. I was already slow. You were already slow. Your game was being a big body and catching touchdowns in the end zone, bruh. You wasn't responsible for burning nobody, James Jones. As long as you could jump, you was cool, bruh. Dak Prescott is running for his life back there, bruh. Every game, because our offensive line is trash. So now what you're asking him to do is you're asking him to stand back there with a bum leg. We don't know how severe the injury is, by the way, because all injuries aren't created equal. There are different grades of hamstring strains. So just because you strained your hamstring, James Jones, if you were able to play on it, maybe it was one of the more minor strains that you can get for your hamstring. Maybe Dak Prescott has a much more serious hamstring pull than what you had, because there's different grades to it, bro. So you want Dak to sit back there in that pocket and essentially just let dudes tee off on him, because that's what's going to happen. He's going to get cut in half just sitting in the pocket back there with a bad hammy as it is, bro. He's been having to do a bunch of ducking and dodging and all that. And guess what? Guess what's funny about hamstring injuries, y'all? Hamstring injuries are one of the injuries that are the easiest. One of the easiest to re-injure. So you want Dak Prescott just standing back there while Terrence Steele, the revolving door, is just letting dudes run through a full head of steam and just knocking that man out back there, bro. What are we doing, bro? Dak Prescott has to be the only quarterback. He's the only player I've ever seen people attack his injuries like this, bruh. This show was actually off to an okay start. They kept it to more about the film and about the actual stuff that's going on the football field than trying to delve into storylines and narratives. And the reason they were doing so much better doing that instead of delving into storylines and narratives is the fact that these people on this show are not equipped to come up with inspiring enough narratives and storylines without having to reach so hard they're throwing their AC joint out of socket. James Jones, yes, you may have been able to play with a bad hamstring, but you already ran like you had a bad hamstring in the first place. And this is just blowing my mind that we're even having this conversation. These types of dialogues are for the meat-beaten sociopaths that just hate Dak Prescott for absolutely no reason, so they come up with any and everything that they can reach for. James Jones, what the hell? I don't even have words for this, bro. I have never seen professional athletes question another professional athlete's injury that you literally saw when it happened. You literally seen when he tried to let the ball go and he felt that pull in his leg. You don't think that if he's trying to throw the ball that's not going to pull on his hamstring? Do you realize that the human body is cross-threaded, James Jones? Do you realize that if you're having to throw right-handed, then that hamstring, that left hamstring is in use? When every time you're trying to load up and unload that mug, you're going to be putting stress on that, bro. The human body as a whole is cross-threaded, like the figure 8. So your right shoulder is going to be connected loosely to your left hamstring, bro. Your whole body is cross-threaded like that. So I'm not even going to get into this conversation because that's over y'all heads clearly, because you're having low IQ ass, low vibrational ass conversations like this one. So clearly reality is above y'all heads. I just can't believe what I just heard from James Jones. And I know it's for the purpose of him trying to come to the defense of his old head coach. I know that's what this is. I know he's trying to save face for a man that he's established a relationship with. I know that he doesn't want to go up there and talk about how Mike McCarthy's one of the worst head coaches in the NFL right now. I know he don't want to do that. So the easy thing to do is, for what reason, I have no clue, is to say that Dak Prescott quit on the Dallas Cowboys when we just saw this man jump on a fumble just a few weeks ago, when we saw this man, the very same dude, break his damn ankle. And you know what irritates me the most about this type of stuff? And this is the last thing before I get up out of here. You got people like this walking around, bro. You got people like this that's willing to say things like cut Dak because we need a white quarterback, because he ain't smart enough, assumingly because he's black, bro. And yet James Jones, you, a black man on national television, you're coming up here and creating and falsifying narratives and storylines, sharing your thoughts and ideas on topics that, bro, to be quite frank, no one needs to hear your opinion on how bad someone else's injury is, bro. I have not heard anybody else. I have never seen another topic be had about the legitimacy of another player's injury, bro. Now, everybody completely destroyed Bart Snott last year when he made that comment about Trevon Diggs when he tore his ACL. I hope everyone has the same energy for James Jones after accusing Dak Prescott of quitting after getting a legitimate injury that was actually worse than they thought it was initially, bruh. You need to keep up with some news, inform yourself, do something else other than trying to chase clicks and making yourself look like a tap dancing ass coon. We stink. Same old cow.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.